Alright guys, today we're gonna be reacting to sour roast, sour beef, German Sauerbraten recipe. My bad. Thank you so much for the support. It's 10 o'clock here in Wisconsin, the only time that I have free to basically do these videos. Thank you so much for the support, I really appreciate it. We're gonna react to this video that one of you guys recommended in the Discord down below. Not Discord, in the Discord, which the links are in the description down below. My tongue is a little heavy. I sell life insurance, so my tongue is a little, so I get a little tired. But we still here. We're gonna keep doing this video. Thank you so much for everything. Make sure you like to subscribe. All support. You can just hit the super chat or links in the description for donations. Let's jump in.
Roast has to be in a marinade for...
Man, shout out to her, man. She got everything so well organized, man. Shout out to her. Look at that. Everything well organized,
5 to
man.
7 days before I can make the actual dish. But I will show you everything step by step in this video.
Okay, we're not doing that.
Ingredients. I have 2 bay leaves, 5 juniper berries, 10 peppercorns, 2 allspice corns, 2 cloves,
Oh,
some root celery, a piece of leek, carrot, 2 garlic
garlic.
cloves, a large onion or 2 medium-sized ones.
Man, she's so
And the
precise.
actual
Crazy.
meat. And for the meat, you don't use meat that is already very soft by nature, like you wouldn't use a fillet for that. You use a kind of meat that is a little more chewy, on the chewy side usually.
A bison,
and because it's in the
deer.
marinade for so long, it will be very soft and nice later when you prepare the meat. So don't worry about that. I have a round roast here, and you can either use a round roast or a piece from the shoulder of a cow. So this is beef. It's what we usually use for Sauerbraten, but there are also recipes in the past where we used to make this with horse meat, which I believe is not in everyone's favor.
Horse meat. Oh my god. Here we go. Here we go with the left field kind of things, man. Or I guess so. I guess so. We'll be cow, so horse meat would not be out of the question.
And not in mine at least, so I'll stick to the beef. And you will also need 400 milliliters of a red wine, and I would recommend you use a good wine for that. Don't go cheap, it will not pay off. And you will need 200 milliliters of red wine vinegar. And for the quantities, like always, you will find the printable recipe on the blog, and there you can also switch from the metric system to the US customary system, so you have the cup and ounces there and can translate it to what you're used to. I will start with preparing the vegetables. So I'm going to peel the root celery.
Man, that celery looks like a piece of pineapple.
Thing that you will have the most trouble to get.
Oh man, that's hard. Yep. You're gonna cut yourself.
To get it. But I guess it depends on where you live. Here in Texas, it's not very common though.
Whoa, you live in Texas?
Not very common though. Different location to get it. But I guess it depends on where you live. Here in Texas, it's not very common though.
In Texas, not very common. I think that's what she said. She's old school. Old school. Yep. Yeah, you peel a lot of garlic, you start cutting yourself.
So I'm basically cutting everything
because of the acid that has in it.
And I throw this in a pot.
Yeah. Oh, nothing better than a nice smell of garlic while cooking.
Roast, so you want to measure a little bit if the meat is fitting into the pot.
She's mixing everything with the knife.
I'm adding the roast now. Place it here. Let's take some of the
Yeah, make some
veggies
space.
out.
Yep, there we go. Make some space. You put it. There we go. Now we're talking.
Okay,
Make the
now
space.
I cover this
Yeah.
with the
Man, I'm excited.
bits.
Ooh.
Oops.
Uh-oh. Well,
I'm
hold on, hold on,
making a
hold on,
mess
hold on,
here.
hold on. I thought you were she was gonna shred it in a little pilon thingy. Like like no, not this time. It all depends, right?
And I put all the spices in here. So, and as you can see here, the meat is not completely covered in the wine. So I really want that to be submerged. So I'm just adding a little more of my wine.
It's
And
kind of red,
that's
huh?
basically it. So I'm going to cover this
Cover
now and put it into the fridge where it will stay for 5 to 7 days. But before I put it into the
When they say we're thinking about the long run, they really go out there. The longer the better. If you can leave it for 2 weeks, I think it's better.
fridge
My
and
God.
continue with the video next time.
That's
I want to
interesting.
tell you something
You know what?
else.
But at the same
So there
time,
is
just build some kind of discipline too. You see what I'm saying? A discipline in also you are stretching that dopamine effect too. Oh, I never tried that where you marinate something for longer than 1 day. So I would love to try that.
is a recipe for Sauerbraten that one of my viewers sent to me, and I have had a hard time to decide whether I should make the traditional Sauerbraten that I know or the one that this guy sent to me, because the one that he sent to me sounds very delicious and he speaks very high of it. So it was a little bit hard to decide which one I would make. And then I decided that most of the time people want me to do the traditional stuff. Although the other recipe is not completely different, but it has some very interesting ingredients. And so I decided I will make the video with this recipe, but on the blog post I will share both recipes. So you will find the recipe for this sour roast,
And then the
and
other
you
one.
will also find underneath the other recipe that I really want to share with you because it was so highly recommended and it looks really like it's gonna be a very delicious pot roast.
Okay, let's see.
So after a week, it's finally time to make the Sauerbraten, the sour roast. And you can see it's still
She looks
covered
more
with
lively in
the
this one, right?
marinade. It looks very nice. It's been in the fridge for this entire week. What
And
else I do need
you can already tell. You already tell that things are just starting to get some shape.
is some onions. So 2 onions
Yep.
in this case. I already chopped them. They make me cry so badly that I had to cover them.
Yeah, man.
Then
My
you need
wife hates
some
them.
frying oil. And what you also need is something that you can substitute for Honigbrot. Honigbrot is an ingredient that we usually would put in here. Honey bread. It's a very certain kind of a sweet, kind of bitter bread. It's hard to describe. It's something I might cover in next December's recipes, but I don't have it now, and you most likely don't have it either. So
It's a very
instead of
strange
that,
one.
I'm
Alright.
using
Is
ginger
that
snaps.
cookie?
You'll
Oh.
need 100 grams of these.
Damn.
Then
How in the
also
hell
you
you gonna
need
find
some
that?
honey.
Where are you gonna find that? Then that's a hard one. Like a gingerbread? Ginger? Well, you can get some ginger cookies, I guess.
And 200 milliliters of beef broth. And last, you will also need some raisins. And you probably know from previous videos that we are all not big fans of raisins in this family. However, they are necessary in this recipe for the taste. You can still pick them out later. I first have to take out the meat from
Yeah,
the
let's
marinade.
go. Let's go. Let's
And
go. Let's go. Let's go.
I can already feel it's very, very soft.
Hey,
So
look
let me
at
carefully take this out without making a big mess.
Okay.
Alright.
So we already has the color of the
And
wine, so
I will have to keep the marinade. I need it later.
there we go again.
And
Hey,
I
hey,
will
hey, hey. There we go. Always saving the sauce. We are always saving the sauce and the gravy.
just put it through the sieve.
That is so German,
I
man.
don't need the vegetables. Okay. Now remove all the vegetables here from the roast. And now I have to pat it dry. I'm using some kitchen towels for that.
Pat it dry, huh? Interesting.
I've heated some oil here, and now it's time to roast the roast from all sides. So I'm putting it in here.
Ooh.
And I want to brown it from all sides.
There we go. Let's go. Here we go, folks.
Once the roast has
Oh
browned,
man, we're not in that technology where you can smell it. You can you imagine? I'm watching this video and all of a sudden there's a technology where I can smell the food. Can you imagine that? That'll be so insane, right? But even thinking about it, it doesn't seem like it's that far away. I don't think so.
from all sides, I'm adding the onions.
Oh, you threw the onions away. Okay, so that, I guess the vegetables are not. You guys don't save the vegetables; you throw them away.
And I
Okay.
let them fry a little bit. And then I'm adding the marinade.
What? Oh. Oh.
So that makes less noise.
Then we add in the marinade. We put onions and then add in the marinade.
I'm also adding the broth.
Okay. 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 Now. Okay. Okay. I see you. Okay. Now it makes sense.
And 2 tablespoons of honey.
Oh my God.
And I'm using eye measure here.
I measured. You're eyeballing it.
Okay. So this has to boil now at medium temperature for 2 hours. I'm putting the lid on it, and I will in between check a little bit just to make sure that it's well covered and still boiling. After 2 hours of boiling, it looks like this. And we're almost done. It's a really simple recipe. So now I have to take out the roast and work on the sauce.
She says a very simple recipe. I don't know. You have to go back and watch it a couple times to just get the feel of it. But it's not easy. It's not easy. You have to measure. You have to remember the wine, not a cheap wine. What was the other one? The gingerbread. But then you don't have gingerbread. You have to get ginger cookies. I mean, it can get a little complicated.
Sauce.
And then what kind of honey? Did you pick raw honey or just honey from Aldi?
So I put the roast over here
Okay.
and cover it and let it rest.
Let it rest.
Okay, so
And the
now
broth.
I'm putting the cookies. The
There you
ginger
go.
snaps.
I told you. Let's
Into
go.
the
The German
sauce.
way. Always saving always saving
And as mentioned
the
before,
gravy.
Usually I would take something that's called honey bread, Honigbrot.
Ay.
And I let this boil a little bit so that the cookies soak and crumble
Uh-huh. And not
just a little bit.
Oh man, I'm not feeling this
I'll
one.
give it a few minutes and then I will blend it with my immersion blender.
Okay.
Okay, so I will now blend this and turn this into a very nice gravy.
Ay.
Right, now the raisins.
What the
And I
hell
bring this
she's
back
cooking
to
now?
boil for a little bit so that the raisins soak in the sauce
Oh.
and the meat can continue to rest a little bit.
Ugh.
And if you wonder what kind
Oh.
of sides are good for this dish, usually people eat it with a side of potato dumplings and with some red cabbage, and that's what's back here on the stove waiting for me. Another good side would be just boiled potatoes or spätzle. For vegetables, you can also use
Man, I don't know about that
broccoli
gravy,
or
folks.
cooked carrots for this dish.
I don't know. That gravy looks heavy. I'm not gonna lie. That gravy looks like oof.
I would
I don't know.
always try to choose something colorful, since the dumplings or
Yeah,
potatoes
you have to
or
cover it, man. It looks
also the
I don't know.
spätzle are very
Looks kind of crazy.
white, and the sauce is very brown. So something that has a little more, adds a little more color to the dish is
I guess
perfect
so.
in my opinion. And you can see that the sauce has become much more creamy than it was before. And I will taste it now a little bit and see if I want to
Yeah,
add a
taste
little bit
it.
of the honey
It might be
or
the
some
camera though.
salt or pepper. So let's see.
See, from here, you know what's crazy? From here, it doesn't look that bad. It looks like regular broth. A little salty, a little sweet, you know. But when she put the camera from the top camera down, man, it looks so ugh.
This is very nice. So this sauce is
Man, she's
supposed
too
to
cold. She's too cold, man. She's too cold. This is very nice. Ah,
be somewhat sour. It's called Sauerbraten, which means sour
yeah, she has a point. It's supposed to taste sour. Damn.
roast. So it has to be a little bit
Yeah,
of sour.
geez, there we
But
go.
if you
She's
feel like
right.
it has too much acid, then you can always add a little bit of cream. And I think that's what I'm doing here. I think it's a little bit too sour, and I want to smoothen it a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Oh, cream, right?
Okay, let's give it another try.
Yeah, that's all.
Perfect. This is just how it's
The
supposed
cream
to
made the
taste.
difference.
It's wonderful. Yes, so this is a very simple recipe. I think you noticed there's not really much to do. It's a lot of waiting and it's a long time for cooking. But other than that, there's really no big
I
science
think it's
to
a little.
it.
It's
Very
it's in
easy.
the complicated side. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little complicated, folks.
I let the meat rest for a little longer, and then I will cut it into thick slices and
Let's go. That's
prepare
our
a
favorite
dish
part.
that I will make some photos of. If you like this recipe, try it out, give me a thumbs up, hit the bell button, subscribe to my channel to never miss any of my recipes, and stay tuned, watch the pictures that I'm making and the next upcoming video. Thanks for watching.
Oh wow, man. Oh wow. That's the thumbnail right there. That's the thumbnail. Wow, man. Wow, right? That's crazy, man. That looks insane, right? It looks confusing too. Like, is it meat? Is it pudding? I don't know. Man, that looks nice, right? Wow. Man, shout out to her, man. She did a very good job, man. What do you think about that mix and stuff that she made? I don't know about that one, man. It looks good. It might taste good, but man, I don't know. Ugh. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. Ugh. I don't know, but this looks good. It's just they mix it with the wine, that gingerbread, that whatever was that, and then creamer. Ugh. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one.